I think the important part of meeting face-to-face in any industry is to be able to collaborate, exchange ideas, network, and discover what's going on. There's such a huge information flow of activity, of innovation, of disruption, of threats. And I think being able to get together in a single environment like this and exchange ideas and discuss opportunities as well as threats is super important. This is what humanity is all about, to get together as a community and share knowledge, share ideas, share wisdom, and have a laugh. Sure, you can share ideas online, and of course lots of people do that on a daily basis, but there is a huge signal-to-noise ratio online, and your attention span is of course increasingly limited, and you need to focus on so many other things. So people tend to drown out a lot of the opinions online, and when they come together in person in an environment like this, the psychology of interaction in a face-to-face environment and having real-life discussion and actually building relationships is something that you cannot substitute in an online forum. Well, I think we have two very significant trends happening. One, of course, is the cost of producing content remains extremely high. Distribution channels online make it a lot easier to reach wide audiences, but content is largely becoming a commodity. So you can no longer have a fixed price like you did in the print days or linear TV days for producing and broadcasting out your content and reaching your audiences. So there's fierce competition for producing and for reaching audiences, and the price that you can rightfully determine or dictate for production of that content is under severe threat. So you then turn into advertising as a substitute and a form of paying for that content, but there is a disconnect between the advertising reach and the content reach. Content is all there about captivating an audience's interest, winning hearts and minds. And advertising, as we know, is eating up the very valuable pixels that are available on one screen, and they don't necessarily captivate hearts and minds. They don't quite engage audiences the same way content is supposed to do. So getting the marriage right between content production and ways of paying for that content or making a living out of that, whether it be advertising or other ways, I think are a very significant challenge that all media businesses face. You then also have the additional challenge of content can be produced by anyone. 2/3 of all the content available today is actually not produced by media businesses but by consumers like you and I. How do you distinguish between the noise of general opinions, photographs, and what other forms of content consumers produce versus thoughtful production and investigative journalism that is still the bedrock of society and still very, very important for us all to be able to consume, digest, and remain informed of the important events of our world.